Greetings, everybody. This is Roger Thunder, the Desert Shaman. Back at you after a long little vacation here, probably about a month. I just like to sit back and watch things happen for a while before I jump in again. As you can see, I have a new platform here, much brighter. Probably too bright right now. It looks a little washed out. I'll have to work on the lighting, so bear with me here. But for this video, we'll just leave it the way it is. Like I say, I've been kicking back, and I think the last thing I did was about Tantra, but then before that was my take on what's happening with Ukraine, the latest intel, the world in chaos, state of the world, all the stuff that's been going on in Ukraine. Now, a lot of stuff has happened since I've been on here last. The war seemed to go on and is going on and on. I thought it would be over in a matter of a month, but here it is going on 6 months, and we're basically where we are right now is in a very dicey situation. Of course, the West has propagated Russophobia to the max. They've ramped up the nuke thing, and it just goes on and on and on. But a lot of stuff has happened, like, for instance, in case you haven't been keeping up with what's going on, Russia took the territories, not took the territories, they already took the territories that they promised that they were going to defend, the Donbass region, and Kherson and Zaporizhia and that whole region. And then they had a referendum that was totally democratic and totally what the people wanted, and so they voted to go with Russia, and Russia incorporated those sections of eastern Ukraine into their Russian Federation. So now they're part of the Russian Federation. And Putin came out and said that, anybody that attacks these territories now is attacking Russia, and you better beware. He doesn't bluff. Putin doesn't bluff at all, and he doesn't go back on any kind of promises. And he promised the people of Ukraine, eastern Ukraine, that since they voted to go with Russia, that he would protect them, and that is what he was doing. Thus, the name of this video, Ukraine has toast for breakfast, because Ukraine got a massive missile attack today by Russia. After forestalling long periods of time and being very patient, the attack on the Crimean bridge, I think it was yesterday, and also the pipeline Nord Stream 1 and 2. This is a direct terrorist attack on Russia's infrastructure. And so basically he kept good on his promise, although he held back and held back to the point of people were like going, what are you going to do? I mean, let's do something here. This is getting real bad. But Putin is a cool head, and I'm glad he's a cool head, because we'd probably all be dead right now if it wasn't for his cool head and the way he does things, the way he plans out his chess moves. So he waited, and when they attacked that beautiful bridge that cost billions, millions of dollars to build from Crimea, which is another section of Ukraine that voted to go with Russia back in 2014. When they attacked that bridge, I told you before, if they ever mess around with Crimea in any way, shape, or form, that's kind of like Putin's baby. And the Black Sea Fleet, the Russian Black Sea Fleet, is there. So I knew the shit was going to hit the fan, and it did today, and I'm glad it did. Because everybody was waiting for it. So it was a deep blow against the deep state. Incidentally, if you hear noise in the background, it's the air conditioner, heater air conditioner unit. he waited and showed much patience and tolerance and gathered all the facts and found out who did all this stuff, these terrorist activities. And today he dropped the hammer, which everybody was hoping he would. It's a strike against the deep state. That's what it is, and everybody was waiting for it. So there was 75 to 80 missiles, precision missiles, caliber missiles, I think they're called. I think some of them are hypersonic. See, you don't need nukes to have a war like they were trying to accuse Russia of. Oh, he's going to use the nuke. He never said he was going to use nukes, ever. He said we will strike back with whatever force is being struck against us. And he still says that. But it's the West that has been constantly with this idiot Blinken and this Jake Sullivan and Victoria Nuland and pooping his pants Biden, who doesn't know whether he's coming or going. Ratcheting up all this, every other word is nuclear, which made us all realize, those of us who are in the know, that they're basically just trying to set up a false flag so that they can set off some kind of nuclear device or dirty bomb or something in Ukraine and say, look, see, Russia did it. But Russia did it today without a nuclear device. And they took out all kinds of major command and control headquarters, infrastructure, sewer, water, electricity, major strike today. Just to make life miserable, okay, for those people that are doing this. In the western part of Ukraine, and by western I mean western as in direction, and also the West controls. Zelensky, the little rat, is on the run right now and hiding in a bunker. That's what he gets for his mouthing off and his perpetual begging the West for billions of dollars, billions of our taxpayer dollars that go over there while people are homeless over here and inflation rates are soaring beyond belief and food prices are going up and gas prices, all because of the dumb fucking sanctions that the West has put on, and NATO and that whole group of criminals, okay? So Russia struck back today, and people were like scratching their head going, I wonder what's taken him so long to, get on it with these people, since they're committing acts of terrorism on the infrastructure of Russia and Russian territories. But Putin is a cool head. Like I said before, if he wasn't, we might all be dead. And he knows right when to attack, and he knows when to attack, and he knows how to gather the evidence to prove that he had a right to attack. So this was all done very methodically. Now I got this new platform. I'm going to play around with it here, so bear with me. But I can do screenshots now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the incoming into Ukraine, into Russia from these different websites that are on the net, and they get their stuff from sources on the net or from wherever they have their sources. And so rather than watch, you're not going to see this stuff on mainstream media. But I'm going to show you some things right now of the strike, okay, over there. And so let me go to a channel here and let me get things organized, see if I can do this. Put myself up in the corner here, so I'm going to go to this particular channel here and show you incoming into a caliber arriving in Dnipro today. So check this out. Ooh, as pieces of fragments rain down on this car, which is rapidly turning around. Okay, I kind of got half the screen there, but you get the drift. I'm messing around. This is all new to me. So there's that little video. Let me see if I can widen that out a little bit and play that again, get a little bit better shot there. So let's try that again. Ooh, here we go. Right now. Ooh. So we have that shot. Let's put this back down here. Let's go over to another shot, another strike. Let's run that again real quick. Obviously, these are all taken from a car. All right, there's two shots right there. I'm back. Now, this is kind of fun, being able to show stuff that I'm talking about. I haven't done this. I think I did this a long time ago. I haven't done it in a while. We're going to go over to another channel, Mr. Gray's channel here. Let me see here what I can do. Mr. Foreign Agent Earl Gray. He posted this today. Let me downsize myself here and let's see. Nope, that's not it. Sorry about that. Let's go to videos, and all right. Here's a girl that is on her cell phone. She didn't get taken out. I'll comment on this in a little bit. Let's go with this and whoa. Whoops, kind of messed her hair up there. Okay. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, this poor girl. Let me put this into perspective. Little girls like this and other people in Donbass and in that area for 8 continual years have been being bombed by Ukraine. By the ends, I don't know if I can even say that word. You know, the guys that wear the swastikas on their arm. By those nationalists in Ukraine that have been torturing, killing, to this day, dropping little mines out of bombs that they put over there that people step on and it blows them apart or blows their foot off or whatever. These Ukrainian nationalists, the Azov battalion, have been raining down this kind of shit on Donbass regions for 8 long years these people have been suffering. These are the people that Putin is protecting. These are the people that he recently made part of the Russian Federation so that he could protect them. So, yeah, this girl's freaking out, and missiles are flying in, and there's going to be collateral damage. Putin has gone very gingerly, walked on eggshells for this whole 6 months, trying to minimize any kind of civilian casualties. Why? Well, number one, he loves those people, and number two, he doesn't want people accusing him of just going in and slaughtering, although they do that anyway. It doesn't really make any difference whether he has been walking gingerly or not. So, being the moral person that he is and the caring person that he is, he's held off. But now, when he makes a promise, he keeps it. Okay, and when he says he's going to protect the people in Donbass and the people in Crimea, their bridge just got blown up. Okay, they've been shelling Donetsk every day. Okay, sending in 155 caliber rounds from these missiles, this artillery, okay, that has been provided by the U.S. to the Ukraine nationalist Azov. You know what I'm talking about, the N-word. These thugs, okay, that have been doing this for years are now getting a taste of their own medicine. I mean, there's been massive casualties of these low-life scum lately because Russia has moved in. And here's the funny thing, though. All this rhetoric about, oh, Russia's losing the war, and oh, they're retreating, and Putin is just failing miserably. Does that look like Putin's failing miserably from those two photos I just showed you? Does it look like he doesn't have the capability to just take these low-life scum out that rule? And he targeted command and control centers. He targeted the equivalent of the CIA in America. He targeted a NATO facility full of NATO soldiers and mercenaries, and yet the West goes, we'll never put the boots on the ground. What fucking liars they are. What liars they are, because they've had boots on the ground. Oh yeah, they wear just regular camouflage clothing, military clothing, with no insignias on there to show that they're actually Special Forces from America, Special Forces from UK, Special Forces from France, Special Forces from Germany. So basically this has become a war. It started off as a special military operation, and this has become a war of Russia against NATO, not Russia against Ukraine. It's become a war against NATO. It's a proxy war, like I've said in previous videos. So now the comeuppance is coming. I was getting so tired of going all these websites. I mean, everywhere you go, all these social websites are all taken over by the CIA punks and blasting out all this misinformation about Putin will never win this and he's losing the war and he's a coward and blah-bitty, blah, blah. You get so sick of hearing that stuff. You get so sick of replying to these jerks. The best reply is what we got today. A massive, massive strike that all of us have been waiting for, the people in Russia, a lot of Americans. This was a strike, make no mistake about it, this was a strike against the deep state and their globalist agenda of trying to kowtow foreign sovereign nations, break up their government. That's what they said they wanted to do with Russia. They wanted to break up the government. They wanted to bring it to its knees. They want to cut it up and divide it up and get the resources. It's all backfiring, people. It's backfiring big time. The sanctions are all backfiring. Everybody is suffering in these EU countries, not to mention the gas and food prices and food supply and all that being affected in America big time. Big time. Not like Europe, but we're starting to feel the pinch here from these idiotic sanctions that did nothing to hurt Russia. In fact, their GDP has gone up and the ruble has gone up, and there's no problem with Russia whatsoever. They have all kinds of resources, fertilizer, oil, gold. Their infrastructure is looking good except for the parts that were attacked. And that Nord Stream pipeline attack, Nord Stream 1 and 2, that's Russian pipelines going to Germany. Well, why was that attacked? Because the West realized that Germany was about to cave with the sanctions thing because they're going to be without heat this winter, and it's going to be a lot of people suffering, dying, okay? Because they have taken the position of the West that, hey, they're the puppets of the West. We're going to make Russia's not going to suffer. Russia was ready and willing to sell oil to Germany, and Germany was about ready to cave. That's why America went in and destroyed the pipeline. So basically, they're destroying Germany and Russia, or they're trying to. Now, they probably will destroy Germany because this winter's going to be a bitch. But not Russia. Now, this whole thing with the nuclear war, they're ramping up and they're talking about that daily. I mean, the mainstream media every friggin' day. Russia's going to do this, and again, that's a setup for a false flag. That's a setup to do something to blame Russia. But I don't think these idiots, even though that they wrap this stuff, I think they're bluffing. And I think Putin knows they're bluffing when they talk about nukes this and nukes that, and nuke every other fucking word, okay? Tired of hearing about it. And so is Russia. Russia's just saying, shut up. We never said that. We never said a damn thing about nukes. It's you that's talking about the nukes in the West. You don't throw words like that out into the universe. Words have power. Words have meaning. Words have a power of their own. They affect the collective consciousness, and the collective consciousness then expects, oh yeah, we're going to have... I mean, they've even gone so far as to putting little nuclear signs in the subways in New Jersey and New York and stuff like that about, you can use this as a shelter, and this is what you do, cover your head, and... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That wouldn't do people any good at all. They'd be fried. They'd be radioactivized. They would be sick. They would die. Mankind would die. So for these people to propagate this stuff over and over and over again, these people need to be taken out. These people that, like the people, aforementioned people, Blinken and all them, they need to be neutralized. They're destroying America. They're destroying the world. They want to... I gotta think that they gotta be just as afraid to die a slow death as anybody else. And if they're not, well, then they're just totally fucking insane. Period. End of story. And even though that they want to make that thing loom above our heads, and they wanted to make it loom above Russia's head, Russia was has always been in a situation where they're damned if they do and damned if they don't. But they know that they can't just sit around and let the West dictate fear to them with their idle threats and their bullshit, because Russia wouldn't survive if they did, if they are not doing what they're doing. And thank God they are doing what they're doing. Whatever happens, happens. But you gotta be proud of Putin, one of the greatest leaders of all history. And I'm not kidding about that. One of the greatest, most moral, most caring leaders that ever walked the face of the earth, has enough to restraint to not just go all out, okay, not go all in and shoot nuclear weapons and blow up the West. He could take out the whole West without nuclear weapons. That's the point I'm trying to make here. He doesn't need nuclear weapons. He's got the most advanced, high-yield, hypersonic missiles, faster than anything in the U.S. has. They don't even have missiles like this, okay? Trust me, I know. I do research on this stuff. I'm into aviation. I'm a pilot. I know this stuff. So basically what I'm saying here is Russia did a real good thing today. Now, it remains to be seen how the West... You're not going to hear any of this news on the West because they've been pumping up this anti-Ukraine and anti-Russia and pro-Ukraine thing over and over and over again, and Russia's going to lose. Now all of a sudden Russia doesn't look like they're going to lose, does it? And do you find this stuff on CNN or Fox News or anything like that? No. And you won't. Because it's a big pie in the face to these warmongering, selfish idiots in the West. And man, I'm glad that happened today. I'm glad that happened today. We all, those of us in the know, those of us who got two brain cells that we can rub together, know that this was overdue. I don't know, I think I covered everything today, and I tried out my new little platform here. Let me know how you like it in the comments section. And got to work on the lighting. I got a dimmer coming. And enhance the environment here a little. It's a little cleaner. It's a little more professional. Just figured, yeah, what the hell, I might as well. What the hell, I might as well. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there today. I experimented around. I showed you my little toys and some videos, and I'll leave it there today, but I'll be with you. I'll be back with you soon, and we'll all get through this together. I'll help you through it, maybe give you some advice on that level, as far as keeping your sanity with all this stuff goes. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. This is Roger Thunder. I'm out.